Like that, we are headed into the final set here. 15-7 our scoreline, which means that in order for Manhattan to have a chance at this one, they have to play a perfect set. They have to get 2 consecutive 3 stocks and not allow Anagram to take a single stock in this match. And we have on Final Destination, Anagram is the Lucas, Hammer is the Terry. This one is another interesting matchup. I feel like
Lucas,
what do you think about this matchup?
Ooh, so this is my specialty, talking about the Psychokinetic boys. They run away through the whole game, and they hit Terry once, and they should explode effectively. They carry him off stage, they edge guarded him. Both Ness and Lucas are able to be like so proficient in advantage against them. They're also able to mash out of a lot of things that Terry is looking for, and of course PK Thunder just sort of tailing and whipping Hammer off stage, but Hammer actually able to take out that first stock. So important getting back to stage again in this matchup. You let Lucas set up a little bit too much, and you are dead in the corner, my friend.
Yeah, Terry is another character also that, you know, is a heavy hitter, but he also struggles in terms of recovery. So I feel like Anagram, you know, especially in situations like this is where you'll see him thrive if he can get this edge guard. Not going to happen though. And he gets the back air, and that is going to do it. Marist will win the set regardless, but now it is a question of by how much. How much damage can Hammer do, or how much damage can Hammer mitigate throughout this set, and, you know, maybe earn back some pride here for Manhattan, unfortunately not starting off the way they wanted their season to go. Back into neutral though, and the percent's pretty even. Can he get this Lucas off stage? Lucas just has so many recovery options.
Yeah, and especially stalling options too. That was an excellent reverse magnet. And then switching it up a little bit with back air. Hammer was definitely not ready for it. Oh, really excellent absorb, but not sure how Anagram was not able to get the hitbox of the release of the magnet to connect. Either way, they just need to find themselves out of the corner. Hammer is holding down the stage so well, really looking for that shield break, and there it is. Wow, finding the stock, only 67% to the name, trying to get a little something started with up tilt, setting up into attack. That's not something that you see quite often.
We also haven't seen a whole lot of classic Terry combos. You know, he's got a couple of different combos that get him, you know, just what feels like a free 30%, but instead it's been a couple stray hits here or there that have really racked up the damage on Anagram. Now we'll see if Anagram can get this stock, gets the forward tilt, and Terry's in trouble now. Does he still have his jump? Uses the down B, but a great read on the up smash to counter it.
Yeah, Anagram was such a telegraphed option too. Anagram was sitting there waiting with that up smash, like, what are you gonna do about it, big boy? You're gonna jump into me, you're gonna press down B, and sure enough, there was Hammer, you know, pressing a couple of too many buttons when all he needed to do was go back onto the stage. Sometimes you just have to really, you have to be so comfortable recovering with your character. Just keep your eyes locked on your opponent, see what they're doing, see what they're covering, so that you don't lose your stocks like that.
And that up smash from Lucas, I feel like it's one of his most powerful moves too. It is so, it covers so much space, and it has so much knockback that, you know, that is you know, the easiest option to cover that type of recovery as well.
That was a smash ball recovery option.
Yeah.
Double jump neutral air on. I haven't seen that in a couple of years for sure. Anagram, you can't be punishing down B on your shield like that. That move is a little bit too safe. Hammer just barely being able to mash out. Decides just to focus on the ledge trap. He is able to find a down tilt into the side B, almost connecting the power geyser, scaring Anagram to. Oh boy. I didn't know Lucas's ledge hang was like that.
Yeah, that's... If you didn't know, Terry, when that go appears on Terry after he reaches 100%, some of his inputs just get a little extra knockback if you do the input correctly. And yeah, that I'm not quite sure what the name of that move is, but yeah, it covers ledge.
Yeah, Power guys, you look at that, look at that. Lucas dropped down too. At the very last possible second as well. He dropped out at the clip, just the very tip of his head. You know, got clipped by that. Man, that just feels bad. But that's what happens when you always try to default to your traditional ledge option. So a really big thing with Lucas mains is they love going for drop down, double jump, cancel zero from ledge. And you know, it's a fantastic option, like a drop down double jump aerial. But the issue is you leave yourself so vulnerable to moves that cover that kind of space. Yeah,
and here's another look at. Oh wait, no, sorry, but actually, I should say, if you are enjoying these replays, this is a shout out to House of 3000. They are the ones in charge of that. So thank you so much for providing us with these replays. And now we're gonna look into match number 2 here. Where do you think Anagram will go, knowing that he's probably going up against a Terry once again?
Honestly, again, like a lot of different stages really favor Lucas in this place. So it's going to be like up to personal preference for the most part. So as long as you're avoiding Smash for Lilat, you know, those kinds of stages where you really can't keep really off of you. And we're seeing actually the switch to Marth. This is a fantastic matchup for Marth and Lucina. Basically, Lucas is just not able to get a whole lot started. He's going to have to really focus on catching landings, which is really the bread and butter of the matchup.
I'll eat my words for that. Probably not going to see a character switch to Hammer switching to Marth and going to small battlefield too, about those catching landings. Now you've got those 2 platforms in the way, to possibly mix up the recovery, and a lot of percent already racked up onto Hammer. Anagram dipping deep for that edge guard, and it looked like Hammer wanted one too, but he could not convert it. And just like that, 146 to 3 finally gets a little bit of percent, but this match just looks all Anagram right now.
Yeah, Anagram is really on top of Hammer right now. Just the next hit is going to be able to take it the drag down nail into the up tilt, actually sealing it out. Not a kill move that you do see quite often. Anagram going to try to fight their way off of the ledge. Once again, drop down double jump neutral air dodge. Really doing so much for them. Hammer, the best thing that they could do, just sort of like sit and shield and maybe wave. You know, Anagram's going through that quite a lot.
Yeah. Ooh, that was dangerous. Marth has that tipper hitbox that's strong. It probably wouldn't have killed, but I wouldn't have also been surprised if it did. That tipper hitbox surprisingly good. And now Anagram, again, he is going out there looking for those edge guards, looking for those spikes, unable to find it. And he's not afraid of it, too, because you can see he's able to stall out in the air for so long that really Hammer doesn't have an answer for it.
Yeah, Wu tries to go through side B all the way on the shield, not mixing it up, not breaking it, just maybe sort of hoping Anagram would drop it preemptively. They don't actually end up doing that. Goes for the throw to PK freeze, not sure what they're looking for, but you know what? They didn't get too punished for it.
Oh, that was scary. And the down smash, Anagram hanging on that ledge for a little too long once again, punished for it by Hammer, and back to a 2-stock game, but 107 means that this Marth is in trouble.
Yeah, just going to be getting back onto the stage. Anagram waiting. That was a really good catch. Not going for any 2-frame attempts, really respecting the hitbox of Marth's up B. That back throw is not going to be able to kill quite yet. Still quite potent though, but not having any rage is obviously going to make it so much more difficult. Hammer really fishing for some of these neutral Bs, and that was a great dash back to be able to catch the mix-up in the goals. Was able to seal out the stock, and once again, Anagram sitting at a huge lead right now.
2 missed techs there lead to Hammer's death as he rolls in on the last one, and Anagram read it like a book.
No double jump.
Now, ooh, this is, as you said, oh no, he's going to be able to Zair back to ledge. That's a couple times now that Anagram has just used that Zair to get back to stage, and again, Hammer just does not have an answer for it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Hammer is fishing through some of these F smashes. Really wants to connect one of those. That's an excellent PK fire, waiting out the counter, and another really good wait. I feel like Hammer has not been able to keep Anagram at ledge for too long. Anagram can be so tricky with the way that they're getting back onto the stage. They're making it so difficult.
Ooh, Anagram with the spacing there to avoid that F smash once again. 117. Stalls out even longer. Again, just, going for those ledge traps, and Hammer just really doesn't have an answer for when Anagram is off stage like this. Well, except for that.
Yeah. Sometimes it'd be like that, you know. The angles are so precise, they're so tight. You angle it too much towards the stage and you might get an accidental bounce. But you know what? That's exactly what Hammer needed. And now they have to find a way back onto the stage. But the biggest mistake there was burning the double jump a little bit too early. They were still thankfully able to make it back on, catches the shield, able to get a grab, nothing else off of that throw. And once again, how do they get back onto the stage? Anagram really wants one of those 2 flame F down smashes, but not able to find it.
Gonna get the grab. Is this gonna do it? No. Goes for the edge guard. No, he's just waiting to see what option Hammer did, and he ended up not grabbing the ledge and now back into neutral. I feel like
these goals are so scary, but Anagram has not been able to capitalize on them quite yet. Anagram landing on shield with neutral air and then immediately buffering an option like F tilt, like down tilt. Hammer is ready for it and waiting. This time, though, not able to get the drag down, gets actually the final hitbox of it.
gets the grab, the up throw not going to be converted into anything, and I feel like, again, both of them are in that state where they're both fishing for kill options.
And speaking of fishing for kill options, that counter was so greedy. Anagram was ready to grab, looking through the back throw. That's what they primed themselves for as soon as they saw that counter. That's it. That's the money shot.
And numerous times we'd seen Hammer attempt to land with that counter, and it had worked a couple of times, but right there at the end, Anagram realizes, hey, he's done this a couple of times, let's see if we can get him once more with it, and goes for the grab instead, and that up throw absolutely going to kill at that percent, and just like that, Anagram earning a few more points to pad the lead for the Red Foxes.
Yeah, and just like that, this is going to be going to a Game 3. I feel like between these two schools, we saw like a pretty stark amount of Game 3s. Definitely a lot more than we were used to. Guys, just want to say thank you to everybody that was able to come out from both Marist and Manhattan colleges. I hope you guys are having a fantastic evening, and you guys are able to stick around for all of the other amazing schools and players that we're going to be seeing today. It's always nice to see everybody show up and chat, support their boys, to talk a little bit of smack as well. And it's only encouraged within reason, of course.
Yeah, and stay safe as well out there. As we mentioned earlier, that Arctic blast, hitting the Northeast, messed with a couple of the schedules and a couple of the rosters. So, we'll get into that later in the broadcast. But Game 3, as we said, here in match number 5, and the switch back to Terry for Manhattan.
They just probably want to go to that for comfort because, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You don't necessarily have to switch if you won the game.
Also, to be fair, Terry did take Game 1, whereas the Marth, fell down, 120-some% early in match number 2, so probably feels a little bit better knowing that he at least won Game 1 with this character. But here is the Zaire train coming through for Lucas, and 55% here early on, but Terry, again, trying to get a combo off that grab. He has some combos, but Lucas able to float out of it.
Yeah, I feel like Anagram is sitting in shield a little bit too much and then dropping it at the wrong times against Terry. They just sometimes have to wait out some of these positions, but also the best thing that you could be doing against Terry is not letting him hit your shield to begin with, just sort of backing off and trying to catch him on a whiff. Instead, Anagram could definitely be making a little bit more use out of PK Fire. It covers so much space in this matchup.
And another thing too, Anagram has really been using that Zaire to grab the ledge, and that neutral B from Terry, if spaced properly or used properly, will actually knock Lucas off that ledge and force him to use a different option to get back to stage. So you can already see it being used a couple times here, and that, I feel like that was supposed to be a Buster Wolf, but it did not come through, and now both of them sitting at very volatile percents.
Yeah, definitely, and there it is. That's going to be it to take the stock. Anagram sitting at 124%. Anything that Hammer can do at this point is definitely going to be able to take it. It is so important that you are the first one to be able to take the stock against Terry. You got to get rid of Go as soon as possible. You do not want to be at a fresh stock going up against Go because you're going to be eating Power Geysers and Busted Wolves, and then all of a sudden you're at 50, 70% and you die.
Yeah, very, very scary character. And ooh, gets this Terry off stage. Terry smartly recovers high there as Anagram dipped down low looking for the edge guard. And once again, pretty even in percents. Someone trying to find an opening here, trying to open up the floodgates here with a combo, but not going to happen. Anagram trying to weave his way back on the stage, gets the first 2 hits, can't get the tech chase there as he wanted the jab reset, but not going to come to fruition. And once again, near kill percents. That down B not going to be able to do it.
That is one of the first times we actually saw Hammer go for jab power dunk this entire game, and that was an excellent place to use it because Anagram was not prepared to SDI that correctly at all.
Good nair back to stage 2. Anagram has been able to, really find a way to battle his way out of the corner a couple of times where Hammer really, has struggled to do anything about just edge guarding this Lucas in general. Wanted the power geyser, but could not get the input off fully.
Lucas was kind of sandwiched in between Telly and the power geyser there, just barely being able to avoid that hitbox. Unfortunately, getting the side B instead of the power geyser. The power geyser would have been optimal to catch the landing. Almost nothing Lucas could have done in that position to actually be able to escape it. And Anagram once again taking the first stock, so important, so big. No longer having to worry about the pressure of go.
And 171% sitting on this Lucas. And again, he's able to find his way out of the corner for 40% onto Hammer. Down smash not going to connect. Nair gets a little bit extra credit, but ooh, that side B again, not the strong hit. And so 191 on a very light character, not something you typically see out of a Terry.
Yeah, no, not at all. Right now, fading back, going for the side B again. Great landing with the PK fire. Anagram had the right idea with that F smash. They were waiting for Hammer just to press forward, but they misspaced themselves. They didn't position themselves as they needed to get stage control. This could very well be the stock, but they dipped a little bit too low before going through the PK freeze, although they definitely had the right idea.
Missed grab opportunity there leads to the stock being taken. Anagram on his final stock and Terry at 100%. This match may seem a little distant for Hammer, but it is by no means over.
Oh man, Anagram really wants that grab, really wants us to throw Hammer back off stage again. And there it is. Great catch on the landing. It's a really strong call out on people jumping in or mashing or pressing spot dodge, although it's like such a slow move. That was just solid timing from Anagram.
Yeah, the lasting hitbox at up smash, we talked about it earlier, it just covers so much space, and you were right, the spot dodge afterward, right there, and the up smash gonna take it for Anagram. He takes it in 3, and that gives the final score line here for the Red Foxes. I believe that makes it 19-8. The Red Foxes close out their first match of the week, with a big victory.
Yeah, able to take it over to Manhattan, 19-8. That's a huge one. That's a massive lead for them.